Here is footage of a couple weeks of hunting with me and my grandpa. We went deer hunting a couple times and squirrel hunting. But first, a quick disclaimer. The following acts are being committed by a professional. This professional is also being supervised by another professional. Also, do not watch this video if you're super sensitive, and do not perform these acts shown in this video unless you're a professional. So I'm finally getting to go hunting again, and I think we're not going to go to the field. We're going to go to the woods, and we're going to see what deer we find. There was a small 10-point out there, but I don't think we can shoot them. But if they're doe or something, or big buck, we'll shoot it. So we're finally ready to go. It's not very cold outside. I wish it was. We're gonna go in the side over to the woods. All we have is about a mile down the road, and then we got a few chairs that we have to take out there. We put out the tent last week, and the deer got used to it. We're gonna see what happens. We also have a crossbow because we don't have a compound bow, and you know that's a bow, and it's bow season, so take that too. Finally made it out here to our hunting location. We're gonna go walk out there a little bit of a ways. It's like 50 yards. All we have to carry is this crossbow and 2 chairs, and then we're gonna be there. So we've made it out here to the tent. We already set up some chairs. The crossbow's like right there. The corn pile is right out there, about 5 yards or so. It's a little bit of a bad situation. Just look at all these trees, and it's real hard. It's like we're in a big thicket, but we'll see how it goes. So it's 6:47. My camera can't pick up the outside world, but that means it's shooting light. I can see outside, so that's good. The sun has finally risen enough to where you can see on camera how bright it is. But it's actually like really bright outside. So we'll see what happens. It's about 8 o'clock. I decided we're gonna go move and look to see if we can move the blind somewhere else. So we'll see if we can find a new spot or not. Who knows? So our hunting was just stopped short. An 18-wheeler just stopped on the road and dropped off all of his beans. So we're filling up our buckets. We're gonna dump them out where we're hunting. Now we're gonna dump out these soybeans right here for the deer. As you can see, there's apples, some swamp chomp, and some corn over there. Something's been eating on that apple. Now we'll dump this out. I'll walk it over here. Just pour it out. I'll get this one here. And I'll probably spread this one out like that corn right there, so I have different options. So we got 2 more buckets full of beans, and they're in the back of the side by side. We'll probably keep them or pour it out at the other spot or something. We'll see what we do. I'm surprised that dude decided to dump it out, but you could literally see her side by side because it's parked like in the ditch side of the road. And yeah, I watched him park there, and then I decided to go get the soybeans. So we decided we're gonna come out here to the OG hunting spot, not really, where we have all this stuff out here for the deer and whatnot. And we're gonna dump out these 2 piles of beans. Well, I guess 3. There's a yellow bucket full. And we're gonna go take it out there to that clear spot. So the best way to pour out these type of beans is to get your bucket and then you spin around in circles like a ballerina, but like have it angled, and then you pour it out. So I'm gonna do that. My grandpa did it right there, and we're gonna see what happens to it. So you can tell there's beans all throughout all these soybeans. That's because I just spun in circles and made it to where the deer have options. If it continues to rain some more like it did last week, our turnips are going to do really good, because those were like just now, like they were very small last week or 2 weeks ago, but now they're actually like coming up. They might actually make some plants in the coming months. So I just got this chest wearing thing, put my phone on the chest, so we'll see how it works out. We got these apples right here, and we're gonna dump them out right over here in this corn pile right here and see what deer eat them. And so we'll see what deer eat those apples. It'll take a couple of days because they sort of eat them, sort of don't eat them. A bunch of coyotes eat them. We need to kill the coyotes, but we'll see what happens. So as you can tell, the other, like a while ago on the video, same day, we dumped out a bunch of soybeans over here. So I'm gonna take these pears right here. I'm gonna dump them out where these soybeans are, right out here in this open spot, and just, you know, just saying, give them options. So we'll see if they eat them. Who knows? And then I also have another bucket. I'm gonna dump them out right out there somewhere, where the other camera is, and see what happens. We got these. I forgot to film it, but I picked them just now at my uncle's, and there's a bunch of them on the ground. We filled up 3 buckets full, so the deer like them, so I'm glad we get to pick them off the ground. So we made it over here to this last spot. As you can tell, that right over there is where the apples were from the, like 2 weeks ago. A bunch of coyotes and deer ate them. The deer just now got interested in them, but they've been eating them. So I'm gonna dump out these apples and give them some more apples. There they are, and we'll see what happens. So it was the same afternoon. We decided we're gonna go hunting again, but we're going over here at the original place just to go have just peace and quiet, enjoy it, see what happens. So we made it out here to where we're hunting. I think my cousin is gonna be out there all the way over there at those trees way yonder. Those trees super far away. So that means we're gonna have competition on this hunt. It's been about an hour since we started, but we haven't seen anything, so who knows what happens. So we decided to take this chair, and we have another folding chair. We're gonna take it out here to our blind, so we have permanent seating out here. We took out the chairs that we had yesterday. They are like take out into the woods chairs, so in case we go out into the woods, we can have them. We're also gonna move this blind after a while, because you can't really see due to all the trees. We'll move it into a more open spot where it's still concealed. We thought it was open enough to see, but wasn't yesterday. My grandpa also has another chair that we're gonna put in here. We're also gonna get the chip out of the tree, out of the camera, which is on the tree, to see what deer have come by in the last few days, to see what happens. So we got the card. We're gonna put it into the card reader to see what pictures are on it. So we're gonna take it back to the side and rate it. But I think we're also gonna investigate the woods for a second to see where we might put the blinds or where we might not put the blinds. Of course, who knows? Probably in a more open spot. The deer do come from that way out in the woods. There's the river's over there. So they're gonna be coming from this way. And their bedding area is like somewhere out there. So we'll see where we put it. So we came back out here. We have a few things of corn, and there's a couple acorns in them. We're gonna dump them over these apples that are right here. And the apples will flavor, the apples, when they like get mushy with juice and stuff, it'll flavor the corn, and the deer will like it very good. So we'll see what happens. We also got a little bit of nut grub. We've had this for quite a while. We're gonna pour out, I think, the rest of the bag, half of it over here. Then we're gonna pour out half of it down there over where our other pile is. So open it up. And then we'll pour out the rest over at our other pile. As you know the saying, give the deer options, and we'll give them the options. So we have more acorns in this yellow bucket, so we're gonna pour out those acorns in corn and some of this nut grub into this corn pile. Apples are gonna give them flavor, and the deer will like it. I'm also gonna pour some out over here, which is the same spot. I just, you know, give them some options. I'll do the nut grub probably further away, just because no given reason. Now the deer will eat that for a week, and we'll see what happens. And yeah. So we never looked at the trees on this ditch line, but come to find out, this tree right here, it's a pecan tree, so that's real good. There's pecans on it, but I don't think right now there's any. Earlier, like 2 weeks ago, there was some. There is some right up there. I can see a few, and it's not bitter pecans, it's the good pecans. So that's pretty good. So we haven't given any details since July when we took this off the trailer, but we need help standing it up. We're also gonna wait until this spring to work on it and refurbish it and all not that. So this food plot right here where we planted the soybeans never did anything, and that's good since we're not using this stand. We're gonna work on it this spring. Probably either we're gonna make it bigger, we're gonna use all the good wood and take out bad wood or something. We're gonna just work on it because it needs to be a little bit bigger. We need to make a roof, and we also need to make probably siding and stuff to make it to where our smells don't get out there to the world, which I don't stink, but sometimes the deer can smell you. We're gonna work on it this spring. Just a little update for y'all. We did decide to take the ladder off of it real quick, so when we do decide to stand it up, it'll be lighter to pick up. So while my grandpa is over there looking for a spot to put our tent, I'm gonna untie the tent to make it to where we can move it easier, because you can't move it if it's not tied, if it's still tied to the trees and whatnot. So I'm gonna untie them and then go over there and see where we're gonna put it. So we just moved the tent from over there all the way over to right here, and we're gonna stake it down and make it to where we can shoot any deer that come from over there into here, over there, and here, even over there from the river, all the way over to our pile right there, and we'll see what happens. So we finally got this tent set up, and we'll hunt out of it next time I come over here and see how it goes, see if we see any deer, any bucks or anything. So we'll see what happens. We finally got a chance to go hunting again, so we decided to come over here and go hunting, but it's a little bit cold outside, so let's see how it turns out. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I get to go hunting, so that's a good thing. So we finally made it out to the truck, and it's like 5:10. Shoot like 6:30, so we're about an hour and a half. So let's see how this is gonna perform today and see how it goes. We finally made it out here to the deer stand. We've situated ourselves, and it's about think 30 minutes until shooting light. So we'll see how it ends up. So we ended up hunting for a little bit, for a while, but we never saw anything. A few birds flew by. So we're gonna end up leaving. I think we might go squirrel hunting in a block of woods over there. And maybe I'll go kill me a squirrel and we can eat it. So I just got out here to where I'm gonna squirrel hunt. I'm looking for squirrels. I'm gonna wait until my grandpa gets back. He's getting the side. So we're on our hunting land that we get to hunt this year. I just killed me a squirrel. There's two more up here in that tree, I think. But I saw this squirrel, so I killed him. We had to play peekaboo at that tree over there because for some reason he was super tough and didn't decide to die on me. There's also a persimmon tree right over here, and there's a bunch of persimmons, so we might pick them up and take them over to our other spot since this is our land and we can do that. So yeah, this is morning 2 of our hunt, and we decided we're gonna go squirrel hunting this morning. It's 6:30, unlike it might not seem like it, but sun's out almost, and we're gonna go see if we can get some squirrels for dinner. I just killed me another squirrel. He was up in this tree over here. He was up in that tree barking at me, and I shot him. So now he's dead, and we're gonna eat him. I ended up shooting at 2 more squirrels, and I got one of them, and the other one got away, but I did shoot at it. I think I hit it. I know I hit the other one because I got him out of the tree, but then he landed on the limb and got stuck, so I couldn't get him. So we ended up with 1 squirrel, and we're gonna eat the one I got yesterday and this one tonight and see how they taste. So we washed off the meat from the last 2 days. Now we're drying it off. And I also have all of the flour right here, and we're gonna put the squirrel in that flour. We're also gonna season the squirrel, and then after we make it to where the squirrel is white with flour and stuff, we're gonna put it in this oil right here. As you can see, that there's oil in there, and we're gonna fry the squirrel, and then we're gonna eat it. So we put the squirrel in the flour, and as you can see, they're white because the flour's on them. And we also decided to put them in the oil so we can actually cook them, because we don't want some squirrel sushi. And now we're gonna cook them and flip them over once one side's done, and then cook that other side. And we want them crispy, and then we want them cooked thoroughly. So the squirrel meat is ready to flip over. So we're gonna flip it over and cook it on the other side, so we have both sides cooked thoroughly. So this one tiny piece of the squirrel's leg, is the other part got blown off when I shot it, is ready, and we're gonna try it once it cools off. So it finally cooled off, and it took hardly any time to cool off. Now I'm gonna try it and see how it tastes. Tastes real good. After further review, the squirrel was actually really tough, and we needed to do something about it. So the squirrel wasn't that good. It needed to be tenderized somehow, but it did have a good flavor, just too tough. I can't wait to get out in the woods and get to go hunt again and retry this recipe. Last weekend was opening day, muzzleloader season. And then this weekend is the second weekend of muzzleloader season. I didn't get a hunt last weekend, but I'm hunting this weekend. So we'll go see how it is. It's also 70 degrees outside, which is not very good. And the moon is full right now. Of course, that's not the light that you see. That's the light on the telephone pole. But the moon is full, so the deer moved at night, which is not in our favor, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be the second morning of the hunt this weekend. It's like 50 something degrees outside, so I'm going out there, see what happens. So make sure you like and subscribe and watch out for some more of my content. I did not wish to have such a poor introduction at the beginning of this video, but upon prior inconveniences, YouTube took down one of my videos, which was based on hunting, and they said that I was endangering a child in my video, which doesn't make sense at all, but we'll take care of it sometime. So I have to give a warning to make it to where no one does my acts unless you're a professional. So have a great day. Make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for some more content.